Okay, the determination on whether or not a value should be considered as a form of human right violation should be constructed by the person or community whose definition of welfare are heavily dependent on the acceptability of the society over the mechanism to reach their own person on the standard of happiness. Mm, it means if their version of mechanism to reach this welfare were to be forbidden by the government and should be replaced by other mechanism that is not coming from the belief and the value that is person of community believe in, then instead of getting the maximum fulfillment of their like. The only thing that they will get are just grief and sorrow because the government did not respect their personal or communal belief and value. Mm, as the deputy leader of opposition side of the house, I have 2 points of contention that I'm going to analyze. One point, there is no such thing of logical fallacy of popularity or a wrong decision that is made based on blind irrational capacity under our model of proposal, because allowing the value of personal choice to be performed by the believers is actually the best indicator to see on which value there is mostly need by this individual or community at the moment. And point two, the motivation of advancing society change should be coming from the inner willingness of the individual of or the society. Imposing alien value to them will only create an sustainability development of situation in the future that will even harm all of the stakeholders being involved in this issue. Now, let's move on to my one point of contention. One point, there is no such a thing of ecological policy of polarity or a wrong decision. There is made based on blind irrational capacity under our model of proposal. Because allowing the value of personal choice to be performed by the believers is actually the best indicator to see on which value there is mostly need by this individual or community at the moment. We believe that the term of logical fallacy of popularity can only be valid when the activity that is decided to be practiced by the society is chosen under the reason that this activity is a popular activity that has been being done by the majority of people out there. So it is merely chosen to be done just because it is a popular activity and not because of under the reason of value consideration. Meanwhile, under our explanation, when the society chose to perform smoking activity, it is more because that they believe on their own value, that they will get their own version of the definition of happiness when they can do the activity of smoking. So, this activity is not chosen under the reason of logical fallacy of popularity, but under the reason of voluntary consent that has been equipped with sufficient information before the decision is made. Now, let's move on to my 2 point of contention. 2 point, the motivation of advancing society change should be coming from the inner willingness of the individual or the society. Imposing alien value to them will only create an unsustainability development of situation in the future that will even harm all four of the stakeholders being involved in this issue. Let's take the example how therefore the development on the situation could be if a certain alien value is being imposed to be performed by the society or the individuals. Iraq and Afghanistan. When NATO had topped down Saddam Hussein from Iraq and Taliban from Afghanistan, NATO countries led the system of the new elect government in those countries to be the system of democracy, in which we all know the Iraq and Afghanistan have been becoming a democratic countries for all this time. And this non-democratic governmental system is the system that the society of Iraq and Afghanistan wanted to be implemented in their own country. But everything is changed when NATO countries attack these two countries. These two countries are being imposed by military intervention to change their non-democracy value into democracy value that they never believe in, that they never need in the first place. Okay, the conclusion. If the society percent of mechanism to reach this welfare were to be forbidden by the government and shall be replaced by other mechanism that is not coming from the belief in the value of this person or community believe in, then instead of getting the maximum fulfillment of their right, the only thing that they will get are just grief and sorrow because the government did not respect their personal or communal belief in value. Okay, um, that's all for today. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.